burning this doll's head for some kind of effect. You know, probably be like a flash or something somewhere. But she's looking pretty fucked up.
Well, I just wanted the video to reflect the themes of the song, really. The lyrical themes of the song itself are depression, self-loathing, and the human condition. I tried to dig deep into like a negative headspace and highlight the fears that we all feel in bouts of depression. It's quite a sad song, but I hope that the reader connects and feels like there is someone out there. When we decided to work with Shane, we wanted the song to be about memories, you know, considering it's like a massive lyric in the song, got a huge part in the song. So I thought we wanted to like invoke the feeling of nostalgia in the viewer, and you know, we were all massive fans of 90s music videos, and we were influenced by bands like Tool and Sepultura, and their videos were always fucking awesome, and we just wanted to, when we found Shane and we saw his claymation work, we thought that was going to be the perfect tool to convey this message.
When Ingested first got hold of me to do the video, they sent me the track and I read the briefing and I was just like, this is perfect. Just listening to the first few notes, I was like, already had this vision. You know, they wanted me to create a video grounded in horror with you know, sci-fi and fantasy. You know, great song. I love the ideas, and they just helped me put some of my dreams and personal experiences into the video. They gave me a lot of creative freedom. Rad little evil playground to mess around in.
When I was trying to compile material to send him, I tried to cast a bit of a wide net with it, and I remember that I took parts from the book I Have No Mouth, So I Must Scream. I'd seen like I'd watched people play the video game, and just thought that I would get the audio book and listen to it, and it had a lot of very distinct dystopian imagery that I wanted to sort of, that I thought would fit well with Shane's style. And we gave him loads of reference. We gave him stuff like the Shivering Truth, which is like a modern thing, and also I love like the stop animation in the Adventures of Mark Twain. I think it's just really creepy and eerie, and you know, it's no surprise that we were influenced by these videos, and it's sort of an homage to that time. And I think considering the song is about the past, it's sort of, I want the package to all sort of fit into this idea of you're supposed to be in the past.
You know, I've always loved the movies that came out in the 80s and 90s, and the music videos, you know, with all the practical effects and stop motion work. You know, I've loved Will Vinton's work, especially Mark Twain's The Adventures of Mark Twain, The Mysterious Stranger. You know, they sent me an audiobook called I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream, and that set the tone for the visuals in my head.
I wanted to kind of highlight how sometimes life can be futile, and believing in the happy ending doesn't matter, and that we're all just trying to cope with this burden of self-awareness, and just sort of operate in a life that we have barely any control over. I wanted to keep it purposely vague because I wanted the connection to be felt rather than told to the audience, really. And I think that Shane captures this perfectly with its, you know, unsettling imagery and its, you know, and to give it confusion, and, you know, I wanted the whole thing to feel just grim, really.
The way I saw it was like being born into this black bubble and just having to deal with life. The whole idea with the brains moving up towards the guillotine on a conveyor belt comes from a dream I had where I was sitting in this little box going up this conveyor belt towards this like rooftop thing, and something really bad was happening up there, really sinister, but I woke up before I got to the top. And so I kind of combined that dream with, well, the idea, how it came about was, you know, also I had this dream where these people were in this hotel lobby going up this elevator, and when they get to the top they would just get chopped up into little pieces, and then the elevator would drop and it would just be like splatter everywhere. So that's how that idea came together, and, you know, just a kind of a metaphor for suppressing memories or trying to get rid of them.
As I said before, the song itself is about, really it's about negative self-reflection, and the plot of the story, we wanted it to be quite loose. I mean, I have detailed and sort of brief with it, but essentially it's just about a being who's, you know, tired of struggling in a cruel world, trying to right his wrongs by creating this new version of himself. The creator, confronted with the realization that his creation is free will, it's almost like a dystopian Pinocchio story, if you will. I mean, I wanted to have that sort of, that feeling of like almost like a fairy tale. I think he translates it very well into a more mechanical world. Basically, for the rest of his video, it's sort of about his creation rebelling and his choice to end his life through pity, realizing that self-loathing was really the key to his failure. He symbolically smashes the mirror in front of him as he's finally learned to himself that it's his negative self-images that causes them around him to suffer. I wanted it to have, I didn't want it to feel so like complete, like the story was like a happy ending. So again, picking from I Have No Mouth, So I Must Scream, I wanted to give it that surprise ending, that sort of, you know, bleak, vague ending. Just to juxtapose, you know, just so it all feels cohesive into this sort of depressing world that Shane had created.
And the idea of having this like cave in his mind was like, comes from an idea where I had for a short story, where this like old man is drinking tea and he kind of breaks down and goes back into his past and freaks out about something that happened to him or something he's done, and he's trying to suppress this horrible thought. You know, and as he goes into his mind, the voice echoes, "It plays with your mind." What I love about stop motion is you can create anything you can imagine from almost nothing, and combines different mediums into it, you know, into a fucking awesome song. And yeah, for me it's just the best thing ever. It's very tedious, frustrating, a lot of swearing.
The nightmare pipes. Just doing a mini hyperlapse here. There's my slider. And I'm just planning out how I'm going to do the shot. Frame by frame.
The idea for the main character to feed the clone these fears and nightmares took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do for that, and I just thought, you know, you can do it through pipes, and there's a drain just down the road, like a drain pipe flowing out into the ocean. So I thought, cool, I'll just do like a hyperlapse. So I'll be doing a hyperlapse in this drain.
Let's see how far I can go without freaking out. They all float down here. Cool, well that's it with the hyperlapse. And I see light at the other end of the tunnel. Looks like the eclipse.
Make sure your daddy's not around. Well, that's that. Was an awesome adventure.
Cool, and this is where I work. Little old garage room. This is where I make the props. Real basic stuff. I'll do most of the shooting in my bedroom. Cool. So I'm setting up for one of the intro scenes where the crow appears. Cool, so I just finished setting up one of the soul scenes. Let me just show you the setup here. I have my Canon 80D tethered to my laptop, and I'm using Dragon Frame software for capture. Shooting at 15 frames per second, and some miniature bread slices. I'm waiting for these to get old and moldy. This is the food. Lunchtime. This poor fetus like basically just melted.
Plastic poison, man. Don't try this at home, indoors. Wasn't the healthiest choice, but it was an artistic choice.
Okay, this turned out well. She just went from a creepy looking doll to a very demonic doll. And some interesting things started happening here. And look at that. I mean, that's some beautiful abstract art. Man, there's so many hidden caves in here. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I mix frame rates and shit. Well, that looks like the bad dude from RoboCop.
Ingested are a great band to work with, and you know, I've been a metal and death metal fan almost all my life. So, you know, that with the whole concept and briefing that they put together for me, it was just perfect. I couldn't have been happier to do it for them.
Honestly, I think Shane did an excellent job translating the brief we put together for him. He really pulled out a lot of nice tricks and great visuals to represent this bleak world that we were going for. What he did, he just went above and beyond expectation, really. It's animated super nice. The tone of visuals that he added himself perfectly encapsulated what we asked for. and it's hard really to be on the same page with a huge pool of ideas taken from different people, and we all want this and we all want that, and I think that he just did something really great for us, and it was unexpected in scope, but he so effectively translated exactly what we'd mapped out to him, and to get on like that as artists is quite a rare talent. All the props to him in the world really, because we were absolutely blown away with what he delivered. It's the first time for us that we've felt like a proper band making proper videos with another hungry artist, and I just want to thank him for that. He was a great person to work with, and I'd love to work with him again.
There's no instant gratification, but when it's all done, it's just pure magic. You know, really just want to thank you guys for the opportunity to do this. It's an absolute honor. And today the album has just been released.